Hello, and welcome to part 2 of the modeling of the Thunder Basin Railroad. In this video, we will be talking about the designing phase of the build process. So you've decided to build a model train layout. Well, good for you. That is a great decision to be part of a great hobby and learning experience. You're probably pretty excited to jump right in there and get going. You may have already started with a train set bought from the local hobby shop or retail store. It probably came with at least an oval of track, maybe a figure eight, power pack, locomotive, and some freight cars. You could set this up as a temporary layout on a ping pong table or an old internal door laid across a couple of sawhorses. This certainly provides a quick platform, other than the dining room table or kitchen table, to build and rebuild the train layout. And don't forget about placing it on the floor at Christmas time around that tree. However, if you want that dream model train layout, you will want a more permanent solution. You've probably already thought of where to put it. You've selected the scale from many options: HO, O, narrow gauge, G scale. You've studied track plans and are ready to go. Many people just start making that bench work and start laying track. But many people will tell you that can be a big mistake and result in a lot of rework and additional cost. So, just how do we proceed? I am currently in the design and planning stages of a new layout. Having learned from mistakes of the past, I thought I would do a video series documenting my activity, successes, failures, and my approach to solutions. I am not claiming it will be the best approach, but I hope to share my experience, and maybe you will see some benefits, or a minimum, start you thinking on your own path. In part 1 of my Thunder Basin Railroad project, One Man's Dream, I discussed the track layout planning stage. The shape of the layout was determined from the layout of the basement, and not my preferred track plan. But you may find you will have to compromise on your track plan due to size limitations, furnaces, hot water heaters, and don't forget that significant other person in your life. So make the best of what you have, even if it's only a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Being an engineer and a 45-year career railroader, I have approached the model railroad from my experiences in life and looking for tools to make this process easier. Decades ago, I made track plans with pencil and grid lines on pieces of graph paper. That process worked, and it still can be used today. But we are now in the age of technology, with computers, the internet, many sources of suppliers willing to help you get into this hobby. So it seems natural to try these new tools and see how they can make our tasks easier. In my search for the best tools that would not break the bank, I settled on 5 software programs to use on my Windows computer. They are AnyRail, Train Player, SCARM, Train Brain, and TinyCAD. I selected these programs due to their flexibility, ease of use, tailored to 3-rail track, cost, and eventual integration with Lionel Command Control and MTH-DCS. No one program can give you everything you would want, and there are many other programs out there to choose from. But these are the ones I tried and am using today. AnyRail is a good program for laying track in 3-rail O gauge. and has libraries for the most common suppliers such as Lionel, Atlas, Gargraves, and Ross, to name a few. Since I already have an inventory of Lionel, Gargraves, and Atlas track and switches, it was a logical choice for me. But you'll have to decide for yourself what is best for you. Train Player 6.1 was more of a fun choice, since it gives you the ability to run trains on your layout on the computer, even though you have no railroad built. It also imports AnyRail files directly, so the track plan I designed in AnyRail could be used by Train Player. Here is a short video sequence of making up a train in the yard loop, moving a couple of head-end locomotives, hooking up to the train, and then heading out for the trip to the coal loading loop on the lower level. I sped up the sequence for time-saving purposes. SCARM is a freeware program which has 3D capabilities to view your layout. It is not as easy to use as I first thought, but after watching some videos on YouTube and experimenting, I got the hang of it. It is a good piece of software, and it is free. It helps to visualize on the computer what is in your mind. I'm not going to go through the details of these software programs, since they can be tested by you as free trials. You should check them out, see if they can help you in your designing effort.